Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to carry on Urgot top lane for your best runes possible. Take Press the Attack with Triumph, Tenacity, and Last Stand, Overgrowth, Bone Plating, Double Adaptive, and Armor. For your items, you can rush down Eclipse for cheesy kills in Hyper Carry God mode, or you can rush down Black Cleaver if you're playing up against a tank or someone who's gonna be rushing plated still caps, and your third option is to rush Titanic to shove lane as fast as humanly possible. Level 1, you always start E. The shield alone will soak 2 of the enemy's auto attacks, so even if you miss your E, it's incredibly challenging for them to trade off. And if you land your E, it's one of the highest base damage moves in the game, and it also sets you up to land several of your passive leg attacks, which do massive bonus damage, AoE damage, and max health damage. You always want to take control of the forward brush and get ready to cheese the enemies. The value you get out of your E level 1 will determine how the rest of the lane phase will go. In this case, Teemo was doing the same thing, but it's a bad idea because there's no one who can really out trade Urgot level 1. Yeah, you absolutely don't want to trade with Urgot like this. Trading with Urgot like that is a bad idea. We're going to E-flash kill him. You'll see. It's going to be disgusting. They have basically no time to react to it. It's kind of like a Gragas when Gragas does it. And yeah, he's a goner. There's just no reaction time. Your E charges for a half a second before you start flying forward. So towards the end of the half a second, you can simply flash and then you grab them pretty much instantly. It's super dirty. Super dirty. We're gonna finish shoving this and then we can look to spend our gold. We don't really need to stay. Every single time your flash is up on Urgot, it really is a great kill opportunity. Even in team fights, you can get massive picks onto their squishy carry and wrap the game up. I will say their comp is rather annoying, and I don't think this is going to be an easy game because of the Kel. Because of the Kel, it kind of makes me want to split push. Urgot does tend to fall off at the 30-minute mark, so you usually want to end your games before that. And once everyone has 4 to 5 items, you start to struggle a lot more because if your flash is on cooldown, it's hard to get on anyone. And most champions will outrange you since Urgot's base range is 350 when 80 carries, base range is 550. So it is not easy to play him in the super late game unless your flash is up. Your toughest matchups are champions you can't grind up with your R, like Olaf, Mundo, and Tryndamere. They all have a way to basically beat your R. GP is also kind of annoying. He can use his orange to get out of your R. Let him push this into us. Sit back. We missed our E. Auto attack W. He can't fight us like this though, even though he has item advantage. We got his flash. This wave's pushing into us. We just gotta stay alive. We just gotta stay alive. That was a lot. As long as we get a gank, this guy will die. I don't think their jungler's topside either. That was super nasty. He dodged our E. He almost made it work because he had dual sum advantage over us. We use our W's and auto attack reset there. Cancel it to use our normal auto. And we'll be getting most of this. Got it. Used our Q's in auto attack reset, auto attack W. Almost got both of those. Not sure if Teemo stayed or not. Always max your W first. Once it's fully maxed, it costs 0 mana and it has a 0-second cooldown, so you can use it as a constant auto attack resetter. Whenever you use your W's in auto reset when it's fully maxed, you want to get 4 shots off from it because Urgot's attack speed never really gets above like 0.8, 0.9. We need to crash this wave badly. I'm gonna go ahead and back. We'll start our reset. We'll come back to wave. We'll have the item advantage. Our flash is going to be up first, and our ignite is obviously up before his as well. We're going for the Eclipse. Eclipse is your best 1v1 soloist item you can rush. It gives you the most burst, the most surprise damage. The shield's super nice, and the movement speed is extremely valuable as well when the shield pops after 2 separate attacks. The movement speed helps you to stay on top of them. Your W slows you down when you're on it, which is a big reason why once you have your W max, you use it as an auto reset, because if you stay in it, it's really hard to stay on top of people. So it's auto 4W, auto 4W. But for now, you don't cancel your W very often. It's only if your last auto attack's going to kill them. That's when you'd cancel it. We'll kill him when our flash is up. For now, it looks like he wants to push the waves really hard. He's pushing the waves really, really hard. I don't know where Graves is at. I'll go ahead and get a ward down. I think Teemo stayed. He shouldn't have a lot of gold to spend. You can't freeze waves very easily on Urgot because of his leg passive. It starts out at a 30-second cooldown, but it gets lower quite quickly. It gets down to 5 seconds. Right now it's at 20. That's one of his main tools for like hard shoving in a split push or in team fights is his low cooldown on his legs. That's why in the early game it's such a long cooldown, because it's super strong. So much bonus damage, max health damage. Get him with our Q. He turns. Try to get him with our E, but for now we'll have to settle for that. And we pull him in. The reason why we went in for the R, even though we didn't land our E, he's lined up against the wall. So if I threw it straight and true, there's no way for him to really outplay it there. I'm going to wait for Graves to use his dash, and then I'll use my E on him. I'll fight him on my wave. Into our W, and down he goes. You don't want to gank a fed Urgot as a jungler. It's a really bad idea. It simply doesn't work. It's like ganking a fed Darius or a fed Garen. You can turn in on them. Land your E, then you W, and then you can Q. I didn't bother to Q since I had the positional advantage on him and I knew he couldn't get away. But generally, you EW, R, Q. If your opponent does have tenacity, you don't have time to land both of your skill shots because your E is a stun. So if they have 0 tenacity, you have time to land R and Q after you flip them over and they're stunned. If they do have tenacity, you only consistently have time to land one skill shot. The other one, they can flash or dash to where you're standing still and wasting time using a skill shot that isn't going to land anyway. So do keep that in mind. It's something to consider. I don't believe this Teemo has tenacity, so we don't have to really worry about that though. In those situations when they do, you'll EWR and you'll hold on to Q until they use flash usually. His blind's on cooldown. We'll get him with our Q, walk him down into an EW. I'm not going to cancel it here. And he killed us. That's incredible. It just goes to show the power of Ignite advantage. We needed to wait for our R. He also did have minion advantage there. We took 188 damage from them, so 189. That's brutal. We also did miss our E, something to keep in mind. Once you go in on Urgot, it's very hard to get out, especially if you stay on your W, since your W slows you down. When we were in combat there, we were losing 125 movement speed. We were moving at 200 and about 25 movement speed when he was moving at closer to 400 movement speed. So if we did want to get away there, we would have had to turn off our W. There was just no getting away at that point. He gets the shutdown gold, which is unfortunate. It is what it is. We needed to simply wait for our R, and since we didn't land our E, we shouldn't have looked for the all-in. Gonna max our E second. The shield, the damage, and the cooldown gets very spicy per level. The rest of the team is not doing too well right now. Kog'Maw is getting absurdly fed. Got that shove. We'll look to break a ward. Graves is in the jungle deep. Oh, Teemo. I don't know if he even reset there. He didn't build any lifesteal or D shield, so we can kind of just poke him down. Turn on my W. You can blow your passive faster if you're very close to something, since you can swivel on your W. Oh my god, cancel my auto like 4 times. Oh, get me away, get me away. I want him to tank these minions. We get the flip, ignite, and down he goes. If you land the flip, it's such a free fight. The flip is pivotal. So if you can, either E-flash to guarantee it, or you do it from a brush where they don't see you, or you slow them with your Q first. Those are all great ways to actually land it. So now we can actually toggle our W to where we auto 4W, auto 4W. And it gives you a lot of extra damage because while your auto attack's on a cooldown, you're able to pump out some W autos. And then right when your auto's back up, we're using it. Extremely efficient way to do some good damage. Oh my gosh, that sucks. Graves didn't kite the way I thought he was gonna kite at all there. Dang. It was because Teemo was there. Graves didn't feel any need to really move. Wait, what are these guys doing here? We'll dash away. I don't want to turn. If I had R, I would turn and snap him there. Whenever you grind someone up, it fears everyone around you within a very large circle. It fears them away from you. So I would have done it there, but it would have been a really bad idea. I didn't have R. Second item rush is generally Titanic after your Eclipse. Titanic has really good on-hit damage. You don't take any attack speed or build any attack speed on Urgot because his W doesn't scale off of it whatsoever. It only fires 3 attacks per second no matter what. So that's why Urgot goes for the on-hit from Titanic and the on-hit aspects from Black Cleaver, the carve and the speed up. Unfortunate. The team was getting a lot of our plates. He hasn't gotten ganked a single time, not once. It's a weird thing. A lot of times when you play Urgot, you just straight up don't get ganks, which is a shame because he takes ganks extremely well. Because you have your ranged attacks to follow up, and then obviously a dash and a slow. I'm gonna use my E, try to mitigate some of this damage since we're full mana. Let's take control of a brush. R's up, flash is up. We can look for a cheesy all in here. He's just sitting back. At this point, we do want to try to freeze it. It's not really possible, so what it's going to look like more is a slow push. He might lose cannon though, which would be really nice. I would enjoy that immensely. My wave's about to run into a freaking mushroom. Hey, he missed cannon. He's playing so safe. He's not willing to fight us unless he has some kind of absurd advantage. And now he has Nash. Their Kog'Maw's still really fed. At this point, we could look to invade the enemy jungler or roam. He's not willing to play the game. The best way to handle players like this is to just shove and leave. Once they've decided they're done playing the game. I thought Graves was coming. The fact he's going to step up like that. Otherwise, I would have abused him. Kel gets the turret. I can look to kill her if she comes for Scuttle here. Or I could just take the Scuttle. Auto 4W. Auto 4W. We don't really know if this is warded. Kel went bot side. Only so much we can do here. Q-Max second against Teemo wouldn't have been terrible. It would have forced him to build AD or just get whittled down really slowly. Got him. We didn't use our R or anything. We should have. After we landed our E, we should have immediately hit him with R to slow him down. He thinks he can fight us. We're both one full item with both tier 2 boosts. Only advantage we have is the D-Blade longsword. But as long as we E flash, there's no way to really survive that. The enemies are so fed though. They're winning the other side of the map super hard. So now Lux is coming over here to steal my minions. It's like, what? Just trying to take the last hit. She comes out of nowhere. I guess she's the new top laner. I don't want to stay with her. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. I'd rather leave and farm the camps. Udyr's not going to be able to fight Kog'Maw, especially not tank Udyr build. Kog'Maw did die. They got the shutdown for him, which is nice. I don't know why Lux would be mad at us. We've been soaking ganks from Graves. And at the same time winning lane. Some people are weird. We do have our Teemo stole his jungler's blue buff. What a butthole. Gotta love it when laners do that. Lose lane, still buff. I can heal off these with my Eclipse. I don't think Teemo's sure if he wants to fight me or not. We need to land Q before we do anything. Before we look in for a real fight. I don't want to raw E him, because if we miss our E, we're going to get destroyed. We're sitting on a lot of gold. Might as well reset. Well, we can almost get the Titanic. Kind of makes me want to stay. I'm nervous about whether these guys are all going. Urgot's a team fight, but man, against Kog'Maw, that's going to be hard. That's going to be so freaking hard versus a Kog'Maw. Team gets off some stuns. He's not kiting it out the best, but he's still killing everyone because the team has such low damage. Ashe is on the split. We're probably going to have to do a part 2. I don't think this is winnable when every lane and our jungler loses. Our jungler is 0 and 4. We would have been in such a good spot this game as well to team fight and whatnot, because we're pretty fed, super tanky. I can't group on that. It's just not possible. I'll go back at this point. It looks like they're throwing. Looks like they're just trying to force an end without super minions or without spending their gold. So we'll look for Titanic. I'll grab this and that. Down goes the Kog'Maw. We hit the Cal. I'm a sucker in here in a second. It wouldn't let me pull her in for whatever reason. I don't know if she still had her R on or what. At least Kog'Maw died. That was weird. Didn't let me bring her in. Teemo's topside right now. This Karma is really greedy. She got nothing out of doing that. She risked death if I had my E. Teemo's probably going to get our turret off that. He got to just stay top while his team solo won the game. Giga hard mode. He's most likely going to start running when he sees me. He's pretty fast too. Oh, he's going to turn, huh? This is my first gank of the game, team. Are you surprised? I don't think he could even fathom that he was getting ganked. First time in 19 minutes. He baited out my Q. I had an Ashe behind me though, so I didn't care. We could have held on to our Q for longer since we had a hard cutoff on him. Since I had my Ashe, there was no downside to really throwing it early. If he were to turn, he'll just die. We could surprise somebody here. EWQ. EWRQ. Could one shot the Cog or the Karma with it. Needing to step up though. I think they will. Or not. Have to land it on the Kog'Maw or we lose. He has lethal tempo. Max health shred. He's throwing here. He's trying to limit test. He's gonna throw away more shutdown gold. Gotta walk into him. E flash W RQ. Pull him into the Karma. We get the fear. Down she goes. Yep. That is the definition of a throw. You're so far ahead and you're like, man, I want to do a 2v5, but you can't. Because Papa Urgot's fed, and you also ate a Lux Snare. This is so free. Just stun him. We get him with our slow. Pop him with EW. Get him, Udyr! Oh my gosh, Udyr does no damage. Auto W. That whole fight we were cycling our auto Ws. And down he goes. We're getting big, boys. It's winnable. Big boy Urgot. I don't know where Kog'Maw's at, though. I'm nervous to take this, but I need it. It's more important that I get it and Kog'Maw not get it than I get it. Oh no, that's bad. That's really, really bad. I didn't even see Kog'Maw, and we could wait here for a pick. We are really desperate. Wait for an EW. Someone's likely to come for the red buff or to come for the Krugs. Yeah, down she goes. I need to reset though. I can't stay here forever because the Kog'Maw and Karma. Staying here would be a death sentence. We gotta leave. It's funny that we got the Kel though before we left. Yeah, Kog'Maw's 3 full item plus double agility cloak. It's so scary. Against their team, this is tough, man. I kind of need magic resist. We could go Vistage here. I don't like building Vistage, but they have so much magic damage from the Kog'Maw max health magic damage. They have Karma, Kel, Teemo. Their only physical damage is the Graves, so we wouldn't generally recommend Spirit Vistage third item. You would usually go for anything else. Really, you would go for Black Cleaver, but they don't have a tank, so Black Cleaver, it's not a must. I think Teemo's here. I'm not going to look for the all-in on this. Well, Teemo's not in that bush. I just scouted it with my AoE damage. Team's trying to fight it. Very cool, and they all died. Very nice. I like it a lot. I can't do anything because of Kel R. Kel R counters Urgot R. Kel R, Olaf R, Tryndamere R, Mundo passive. They all make it very challenging to actually do what you're trying to do. Yeah, later, my dude. I'm fighting on the fountain here. Ooh, got the Karma. We got the Fear auto attack W. That's huge. That's so big. I can't get close enough to this guy. We got him with our slow, but our Udyr dies. We need to land our E on him. EWQ. Down he goes. Urgot falls off though, guys. 30-minute mark. Once their whole team has 4 or more items, it's not easy to win on this champ, because you have to have flash to be able to do true team fights generally, unless the enemies are throwing. I'm not letting you get blue buff, you little butthole. I'm talking to the Graves, by the way. He's not getting it. Our legs are on a 2.5 second cooldown at this point. Super, super low. They each do max health damage and extra bonus damage. Auto 4W, auto 4Ws. Our attack speed still isn't even at 1. If your attack speed is at 1 or higher, then you'd only want to do 3 Ws. But for now, 4 Ws is about right. Probably shouldn't be taking that from Udyr. Yeah, that was weird that I did that. My bad. With that being said, he's not going to be useful at any point because he's building tank. He needed to build... Honestly, Zanya's would have been really good because he could have canceled a Kog'Maw auto, also blocked an auto in midair, and tanked for longer. Or Does Turtle Stance scale off of AP a lot? I forget. But basically, building full HP tank versus max health shred like Kog'Maw is not useful. He kills you super fast. If you're going to do it, you have to run double magic resist, like Force of Nature Vistage type of thing. Run, Lux, run. Ah, pull him in. Hit him with our slow and we'll run. They're gonna get drag soul though. We're gonna have to do a part 2. Dude, I don't think we can win this game. This game is just too hard. We can't even sit on the split because they're winning the rest of the map so big that if we split, we could lose so fast. We get the flip. Kog'Maw doesn't want to fight anymore, so Kel is gonna die. I gotta just run, dude. Yeah. Kog'Maw killed pretty much everybody. Who's alive? Teemo and Graves. We're gonna lose our base here. The thing is, I can choose between resetting and guaranteed saving our base, or I can choose them not having drag salt. We need to get close so we can move around it really fast, because we need to get off all of our legs. Hey Teemo, goodbye Teemo. Oh yeah, you like that? Ah, my E's on cooldown. Only so much I can do there. They don't have a tank. I don't think Black Cleaver is necessarily what we need. Hullbreaker wouldn't be bad if we could split push. I'd rather go for Sterix. Gives us a lot of attack damage. Next item. I think, honestly, Force of Nature. It seems like such a dumb item on Urgot, but we kind of need it. Thornmail wouldn't make sense. The only physical damage champion is Graves, so we're put into a real box here. We really are. They're scaling so high with Karma, Cog, the Kel. I wouldn't say Graves has great scaling. It's mainly their bot mid and kind of top. Teemo Blind's annoying for Urgot. I have double tenacity though, so his blind, I mean, instead of 3 seconds, it's only lasting 1.5 seconds. Kog'Maw really wants to fight. Karma's speeding him up like crazy. Ash, please don't step up when our team's not there. I'm gonna eat into him. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, Karma. She wasn't below a quarter health. Kill him. Someone, please. Yeah, we can't. We just can't. We're falling off now. And our team's still super far behind. It's GG's. We'll go ahead and do a part 2. Yeah, he shreds hard, man. He threw him to our fountain. I need to get back out there. I need to get back out and tank, boys. We're tanking so hard because we're on fountain, and we also have a lot of magic resist, but it's not enough. It's not always enough, guys. I'll go ahead and see you in part 2. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2. Up against a Tom Kench. It doesn't really matter what the matchup is. Take the forward brush position because they can't solo you. Mordekaiser's most likely to start on his bot side for best leash possible, even though it's best for him to start on his red buff. That way he can take blue and Gromp at the same time. We're going to stand into this forward brush so we can land our E. If they're close enough to you, you can auto then E for maximum damage, using your E as a bit of a faux auto attack resetter. For our runes, we have the same stuff. Press attack, Triumph, Tenacity with Last Stand. You can go for Fleet or Conquer. Press attack is the most consistent. For our resolve tree, we took overgrowth with bone plating. You can swap out bone plating and look for second wind against range matchups like Teemo. And then we have double AD and armor. Against matchups that you can never kill like Rammus top, you should consider taking Conquer on Urgot. That way you can have more damage output. We have our E. We're waiting for this guy to show up. Still missing. Still missing. All right, here he is. We'll walk up, get him with an auto attack E. We want him to turn on us and then we'll E, just like that. We got off a press the attack there, which is pretty big. We'll go ahead and trade this down. We are tanking his backline minions, but still, that was a great trade. We'll go ahead and E flash him now. Get him with that surprise factor. Well, I don't think he would actually die now. He's healing quite a bit. Hard to say. I think we would get his flash, but we wouldn't actually get the kill. So he's really just trying to hit us with these licks. Used our W's and auto attack reset there. I didn't want to miss the minion. Nice. He's missing some CS. That's good. We could look for an invade here on the Mord. Dump this wave. Looks like Kha'Zix is invading right now, so it would actually be a decent time to get in there. Got our Q AoE down. We haven't missed too many minions. Kha'Zix really should have went in for the invade, I think. Mord isn't always full HP when he's clearing. Look for our EW. He's not over here. That's weird. Maybe he did start on red buff and he just ended up skipping a camp. That's kind of peculiar. Very, very strange. We'll look for Scuttle Crab. Oh, he's on Scuttle. We'll go ahead and hit him with EW. Get him with Q. And he uses his dash. I think Kench might have flashed there. I don't know, but I know we got the Mord Ghost. Kind of sucks blowing our ignite. It is what it is. We have a healthy wave to come back to, and we can even look to kind of freeze it. Kenchi's already used his potion. I have a feeling he took second wind. He's healing back so much. Gonna kite him out. We are taking a lot of minion damage for that though, so it's arguably not even worth. Another point in our W. And we need to slow this wave down. That's the main thing. This wave's coming in really hot. If you let them full crash it, it'll reset on you. So we got to use our abilities a little bit, pump out constant auto attacks, and try to stop this. Easier said than done. It's a lot of minions. Get him with an EW. We don't quite land it though. He's fighting us on our backline minions now, and he's also running himself out of mana, which is good for us. We're definitely going to want to reset. We're missing a lot of HP. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we got to reset now. It's a decent time too anyways. The wave might get a little bit underneath my turret, but we got to get our gold spent. First item rush is definitely going to be Black Cleaver this game. He's going to have a huge armor stack, and we're going to have to be able to chop through that. We could also look for Titanic Rush and shove him out of lane, look for roams. I don't think roaming on Akali is particularly easy though, so it's a bit of a tough call. With these tankier matchups, it's not as easy to just EW, Q all in them, find the cheese. It's easier against squishy champions who you can blow up, like a Silas top or a Riven or an Irelia. But against Kench, he's so tanky. Even when we land it, it can only do so much damage. And Kench has a lot of max health damage. Did not want to miss that cannon. His wave's kind of pushing into me here. Kind of. I think my wave still might be pushing. We used our Q's and auto reset. We don't want to miss that. We'll hit him with an EW. He has his R, so he's looking to engage on us here. He thought I was going to turn. Yeah, we should be able to get him. Down he goes. Got him with the E flash. Popped him with R after we land the E. Gotta be patient in some of these matchups. If you can't kill him early on, try to get that CS lead going. And then you can take it from there. He may have teleport. I don't know if he does. He may have already used it. Not sure. See if we can get some plates going. Auto attack W. Since our W isn't max, we're not actually going to cancel it here. I'd rather just leave it on. And now we can look for a reset. There's no reason to stay now. He has a lot of minions to deal with. Go ahead and E away and chill. If he starts moving towards us, we'll have to run because his jungler's most likely ganking. Their team comp's actually really good. It's really, really strong. I think we have better scaling with the Vladimir as long as he starts CSing a little bit crisper. Go ahead and grab this. We'll grab that and we'll head back to lane. Having control word's never bad. The cleaver's going to give us delicious armor penetration and delicious movement speed to stay on top of our target. It's never going to be easy for him to land his knockup. He's going to have to land his consistent slows. He's doing a huge armor stack. We could low-key go black cleaver into Swords. Swords isn't terrible on Urgot. It's an okay item. Having the more armor penetration also makes your ability slow, so you can stay on top of them a bit better. And munch that down real quick. W's a pretty short cooldown at this point. Only 10 mana. I wonder, his jungler's not even here. I don't know why he's doing this. Oh, that's why he's doing it. He's actually low-key kind of winning it. But not anymore. Oh, look at that damage. Your R against tanks is so good. The reason why is because your R does 25% of their health. If they're 25% or lower on health, your R will absolutely munch them. And so he's missing out on a lot of the HP that he's building, since our R essentially does max health damage. Gotta shove this in. I don't know where the Mort is. We do have our ease and escape tool, but if he has a ghost, we will die. Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit. In this case, I want to get this shoved. Auto attack W reset. Looks like Mort's bot side. Auto attack quad W, auto attack 4W. And now we'll back off. We have a massive gold advantage. He's not going to be able to come back from this point, I don't think. He's trying to all in. Kench has absurd base damage on his auto attacks. Generally, Kench can get away with these type of shenanigans, especially with an armor stack against a physical damage opponent. What we have working for us is the fact that our passive does max health damage on each of our legs. Extra damage plus max health. So base damage plus max health damage and AoE. It's really good against someone like Kench. On top of that, he's not that mobile and he's got a big hitbox. So we can generally consistently land our E into our QW. If your opponent does have tenacity, you can't land your R and Q because your E's a stun after you grab them. So if they have tenacity, you generally EWR and you hold on to Q. But if they don't have tenacity, you EWRQ and you land it both. His wave's pushing into us. We could try to slow freeze this. He's going to want this cannon. Yeah, he gets it. Couldn't really stop him there. Already have a ward down. We're chilling. We have CS advantage. Once we have Black Cleaver, I'll be playing a lot more aggressive with this guy. But for now, I don't want to roam mid. If mid's roamable, if it's not a giga broken infinite mobility champion like a Kali, then shoving top and roaming mid's a great option if your opponent won't fight you. For now, we're chilling. Break vision, so they'll actually attack. I hope it's worth it. I hope it was worth it, my dude. Oh, This is bad. This is bad. We can't fight Mord. He baited me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's no way to fight Mord on Urgot. It's kind of impossible. You have to have a ridiculous advantage on him. Even though we were 2 levels up and probably more gold spent than him, the Mord damage is insane. Urgot also moves and attacks pretty slow to where Mord can land all of his skill shots on you really consistently. That was super unfortunate. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just pick up another long sword, head back to lane. It was a little bit greedy on my part. I knew we could destroy the Kench though, and we did. If I just had a few more seconds, we would have had him because of the R. We got him down to a little below half health. Just had to get him down to a quarter, and then he's mulched. He got some plates. He's going to lose some plates now, though, because he's resetting right as I'm getting back to lane. He slingshot himself 2 plates, but he's about to lose 2 plates for that. Oh, it's control worded. I got to go break that. Whenever they have control words up in lane, it makes the enemy jungler way more confident in ganking you. It's a psychological thing. Auto attack EW. Get him with QR, ignite. Got his flash. I think that's actually good for him that he did, because we would have killed him there. I'm happy with that because we didn't burn anything too valuable. Moore's just going to camp us now. It's very obvious he's just going to chill mid. So we're going to shove and leave, shove and leave. We're not going to look for anything too crazy. Get her with the EW, or at least try to. We got a Kali R. We also got our very low on health. We'll be able to go back and catch a big wave. Mord might still be in the area. I do have Black Cleaver. I might be able to actually solo Mord now. As funny as that sounds. It might be possible. Because he just doesn't have much gold spent at the moment. We missed some CS for that, but at the same time, Akali's missing CS, so it is what it is. It was definitely worth since Mord was in the area. We didn't die to his gank, which is super important. You don't want to be dying to that type of thing. We'll look for the control word here. Mord's bot side. It's going to give us some room to breathe. We could try to stand in between Kench and his turret. It won't be particularly easy, though. Our minions aren't really in the best spot for it. We would need to crash the wave first. Yeah, we can't. It's whatever. We'll keep looking for the roams. There's nothing to roam to here. Instead of, I guess we'll go for Scuttle. Gotta wait for the team fight stage of the game. Get off some big R's. E, auto attack W. Auto attack W. You get the picture. Beautiful auto reset. 0 mana cost when it's max, 0 cooldown. At this point in the game, I would rather have Conquer than press the attack against a tank like Kench. We get him with our dash, and he's dead. All we had to do was hold on to our dash for a little bit, and then he guaranteed dies, because the second he tries to dash, we can cancel his with our own by CCing him. That's why we just autoed him initially. Auto quad W, auto 4W, auto 4W. That was our first gank of the game, and boy does it feel good. Almost never get ganks on Urgot. It's weird that you don't, but it's rare. I don't want to die there. I have item advantage. I'm not going to fight him underneath turret on a cannon wave. That seems like a really bad idea. Oh, we missed cannon, rip. Hey, we get first turret bonus gold. Let's go. That's sick. Is he on his Krugs? Okay, he is. I don't want to deal with this. I'm not sticking around for all that. Too much drama. Having to deal with him. Their team is very magic damage heavy. A lot on Kench, a lot on the Mord, Akali, and Morgana. This is definitely a Merc Tread type of game. Once again, you never really do build attack speed on Urgot. It's pointless because no matter what you build, your W will fire 3 times per second. That's why attack speed runes and attack speed items are poop on him. Otherwise, if his W did, which it doesn't, but if it did scale off of attack speed, Bork would be delicious on Urgot, being able to apply that. But it doesn't. It would be simply too good. They're happy with one turret. Whoa, bro, it just went through. What? Are you kidding me? It literally glitched through us to where I couldn't auto it, and it didn't even stop to fight me. Herald is such a buggy freaking piece of crap. What the heck, man? I couldn't even attack it. Legit did a double flash. Oh, they must. Oh, I couldn't reach. Do it. Do it. Oh, I can't. That sucks. My Ignite's gonna get her though. Couldn't quite reach her with my dash. She has really good auto attack range. At least we get the kill. Tempted to go back top on the split. Mord's really scary to... What? That was weird. You think it would face him towards where his endpoint's gonna be, but it didn't. Don't mind if I do. Time to shove top lane, and we'll play for Herald. Kha'Zix really should have gone Eclipse first there, team. Eclipse has really good max health damage on it. And it would have been way better than Prowlers versus the Mord and Kent. Way better. These guys are super far out of position. They're both highly immobile champs. They're going to get punished for this. Got him. Oh, I know I hit Caitlyn, actually. That sucks. Caitlyn's thick body got in the way. We dashed through her stun. Basically, your E can't be canceled. But, yeah. So we basically went through her stun. While we were being stunned, we got off our shield and our damage and our dash from our E. Your E has a half a second startup period. So if you're about to get hit by a Lux Snare, a Morgana Stare, a knock up, a stun, a knock back. It's like if Tristana goes to knock you away, like no matter what it is, if a CC is about to hit you, press your E and you'll go through it because they can't cancel it. Got her with our slow and the EW. Gotta cancel it. She's dead. I'll be taking that. Don't mind if I do. That's how we were able to get such high value that fight. Her stun didn't count because our E has a half a second charge anyways. So and her stun lasts around a second and a half. So for the majority of her stun, I was just casting my E. And then even while I was stunned, I got to travel forward off of it. If you don't do that on Urgot, you'll get kited out in fights really hard, and you'll struggle to get value in these multi-target fights. He knows he's dead. Yeah! No! I wanted to pull her in. Feels bad. I'm gonna go for that wave. It's huge. We can pick up the Titanic now and dominate. Titanic, so much on hit damage, tankiness, AD, health. Delicious. Dragon's coming up. We need to back here in a moment. I'll keep pushing since there's no one else over here. Mord's bot side and Kench is dead. If we can get Kench to come top here, that could be really, really good. Since Dragon's coming up and whatnot. And it's time to reset. We don't have much time. Do some good pings and they quit. That's all there is to it, guys. If you enjoyed this little Urgot gameplay commentary guide, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is King Sticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.